So here we are, Michelle. We're back at Bangkok railway station. We're ready to do the return trip. So what can I say? Coming up on that train from Hat Yai to here was a little bit of a disappointment because it wasn't the train we expected it to be. Now, call us mad, we've had a little visit with a friend here in Bangkok. I've got a bit of a sore throat, so excuse me if my voice is a bit croaky today. But we're going to take the same train back down, but we're going on that 32 this time, right? 31? 31. We've got the right one.
31 this way.
So, because I know I was disappointed, and I'm sure you were disappointed, so let's go and enjoy the luxury class, first class, back down to Hat Yai. There's a reason for it. You'll find out over the next couple of episodes. So Michelle, let's go through. Now I've heard this old railway station is to be closed down in favour of the new one they built, which I think would be a great shame because it's such a beautiful building. And hope we haven't made a mistake. I hope we've got the right train this time. I'm pretty sure we have. We've got about half an hour or so before the train sets off. Okay, what I really liked, down at Hat Yai, there was everyone in their liveries sort of like saluting, the train was there, and that train pulled away and our old train was stuck behind, so we were a bit disappointed. So what we've decided to do is actually book a return first class, which we're lucky enough to get, back down to Hat Yai. What am I talking about?
We're going on the night train again.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, a lot of people will be wondering, what on earth are you doing, getting back on the train and going back down? We have spent a little bit of time in Bangkok visiting some friends, but yeah, really looking forward to this journey. So I'm on duty to get ourselves a nice coffee, and Michelle also said there's a bun shop. Okay, so I've done iced coffee duty. We've got 2 bubble iced coffees. So I'd love to know what you thought of the last train journey up, if you've watched that. And I love this old station. It's madness that they're thinking of closing this station down. It does need quite a bit of repair. If you look at the floor is pretty rough, but that's fairly basic repairs for such a beautiful old building. I'm very surprised the train's not here. One of the train staff told us we're right down the front here, the first class. Don't have to walk all the way to the end. It should be here soon, I think. How you doing, Michelle? Are you feeling first class?
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't it be horrible if the old train rocked up? It would be horrible. It would be like all this extra effort going down the same route and the old train rocked up. Now I'm presuming the train doesn't just rock up and then people get off and we get on, because they'd have to have time to turn it over. So I think the train will be coming in here having been prepped off of the station. I assume so. Okay, I think I can pretty much say we're not going to be going on time. There's 5 minutes till departure and no sign of the train, and we've all got to get on board yet. Old school railway tracks. You can just step down onto them. You can cross over. Oh, this one's just starting to move. See the engine just bumped into that and it moved a little bit. Back over in Malaysia, they wouldn't let us on the platform, they said, because children would play on the tracks. Here you're struggling to keep people off the tracks. There's been people crossing over, going into the train, out the other side. The train is officially late now. Departure time was now. There is no train. But it is first class. So I'm just going to walk down the platform and take a little look. It might be quite nice to take this opportunity with the train being so late for me to get down and actually film the engine at the front. when it arrives. Just spoke with the staff. They said it's delayed 10 minutes. But it's really quiet. Not a lot of people at the station. And I'm starting to worry that it isn't the... I'm sure though, we did the research, this should be the modern train, the new train. I hope it's not the old train. That'll be just such a waste of a journey. Oh, I thought for a moment that was our train. That would have disappointed Michelle. There's an old banger of a train coming down. Lucky it split off to this side of the track. Now it's raining. 4125. So no, not our train. Okay, I've given up. It's 20 minutes, there's no sign of the train. So I'm going to go back down, wait with Michelle. It would be nice to know what's going on. Okay, I'm almost back. And I see the train coming. So I'm going back up. I want to see the whole thing pull into the station. So here it comes. In the distance there is our train. It's looking promising. It looks more modern, I hope. I hope Michelle is not going to be disappointed. And the first class carriage should be the very first carriage that passes us because it's the back of the train. So that's number one. There's our carriage. That is our carriage. And our cabin just about there. Train 31. Because I always like to go and see the actual engine, so I'm not sure this is the engine. No, I think this is just, I think this one's just bringing it up. So I think that's like a little tug just pulling it into place. That's not the engine. Now by now, Michelle's probably on the train, and hopefully she's sat down in our cabin. But I'm going to wait a little while. I want to see the locomotive pull up. So this is our engine, 4503. So I've left poor Michelle to get on the train by herself, but I think it was worth it, and it's not that difficult. She'll probably have help getting on. Anyway, there she is, train number 31. Train number 31. This is car 2. Let's jump on and have a little look. Oh, whilst we're here. Okay, so these are the second class air conditioned sleepers. Nice.
Hello, kid.
Hello. So these, hello. Quite different. This is electric doors, electric press doors. A lot more modern than the last train. Look at that. Whoops. A struggle. Let's just bring it. Nice aircon. Lovely and cool, a little bit cold. One of the problems with the Thai trains is they tend to be a little bit too cold. So you have to bring some warm clothing because it's quite hard to regulate the rooms. We've got little wash hand basins here. Soap you can wash up. Let's have a quick look. Toilets. So WC, European style. And a little urinal in there as well. Hello. On our carriage, there's actually showers as well. So, tell you what, there's not many people on this train. It's quite surprising me. These drop down to create like an upper bunk, and the lower bunk is here. So you have 2 berths either side. It's amazing. It's great to watch. Very modern. Oh, here's a little guard room, operating room. Now, it's often the case they put all the passengers down one end of the train, sort of keep them in one area, and that's what they are doing here. Excuse me. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to jump off here. But I've got a long way still to go. So I'm just hoping Michelle is comfortably in our first class cabin. Lovely old wooden benches. Michelle is definitely on board. Because there's no little Michelle outside standing there all forlorn with the suitcases. She's on board. Probably enjoying a nice coffee. Shall I walk along the outside, see if I can spot her? There she is. How are we doing, Michelle?
I thought maybe you got on the other end and were walking down.
I was.
It was.
I was, but it's... oh, this is nice.
Very nice.
Big room.
Very nice.
Nice big room. Well, it's about half an hour late, I'd say.
Oh, is it?
Just over. Yeah, just over, maybe. Well, by the time it goes. So anyway, down here, these are the first class cabins, and you can see. Oh. Hello. Oop. Let's have a little look here. Ah, there is a shower in here, you see. So, a little shower. Compact. We're going to have a shower this evening. And there are 4 WCs, which I need right now. So, see you on the other side. Now, I don't know if you remember this from last time we were on this similar train, but you can see that one toilet is occupied, the shower is not. I think this is all, I don't know if it's touchscreen or not. We had the problem, we ordered the coffee off of this and it never did arrive. So I don't know if it's got any better. And there's one upstairs as well, one downstairs. I am losing my voice, so I'm going to have to pause and have a drink. We're off already. We're off, Michelle.
Oh, sorry.
We're off already.
You're off already. I watched out the back door.
Didn't take long, mind you, we are quite late. I love these little sort of residences alongside the train stations on the way out of Bangkok. Quite amazing. It's amazing that people are living alongside the train tracks here. Real shanty little homes. It's one of the things you always notice as you leave Bangkok, whether you're going north up to Chiang Mai or south as we are down to Hat Yai, is all the people that live around Bangkok, around the river. So we've got a much nicer, let's come back here, you see a nice big window. On this side, I've got an even bigger window, quite a sizable, let me get back so you can see, quite a sizable window. And clean, we can actually see out of it. The windows in the last train, though it was first class, were pretty ropey. So, a very different experience. Very different, very happy. So I'm going to have a shower early on. There's a lot of activity on. I've got myself a little towel, tiny towel. If I have a shower now, it means I won't have to shower again because that's the shower before I go to bed, and then I don't have to shower in the morning. And I get first dibs in the shower, it's nice and clean. Let me see if I can get undressed in this cupboard. As there's just one hook in here, and let's see. So push that on and off. Okay, fair enough. It's pretty low. I don't know if it can be made a little higher. It's pretty hot. A little bit too hot, really. Bring it down to 39. 39 feels nice. Okay, you guys have got to go. See you on the other side. I'm not going to pretend that was easy, but it was kind of fun. You see, it's hot in Bangkok. Travelling is hot. So the first thing I want to do is just get fresh, and then I can be fresh on the train because it's air conditioned in here. We can stay fresh until we arrive at our destination. She's all right. Sat over there in the window seat with her legs up. I'm stuck here in the corner. We've decided that I'm sleeping at the bottom. I said I'm going to get the bed made up in a minute, so Michelle's got to go up there and she doesn't have a window. So some of you may not even have watched the other video and wonder what this is all about. It's a 16-hour train journey. It's a sleeper train from Bangkok down to the border of Malaysia, and then if you wanted to, you can cross over into Malaysia and go all the way up to Kuala Lumpur. We've done this journey just in the last episode, coming the other way, and now we're going back down. We've got plans, reasons why we're doing it, and we will be heading back into the lovely Malaysia and probably coming back into Thailand. We're not entirely sure what the plans are, but we've got some loose plans. If you're following the story, you know what we're doing. But if you've just joined it for this particular trip, you'll wonder what the hell we are doing. So this is the other first-class train between Hat Yai and Bangkok. This is the better train number 31. It's a much more modern train. We came up on the train number 36, 37?
Yeah, 37, 38. This is the 31, 32, depending which way it goes.
Ah, okay.
And it's the 37, 38 was the one we came up on,
Okay, and that was a little disappointing, to say the best. Yeah, it was. I mean, the staff seemed a little bit uninterested in the service. The train was a bit tired, and generally it wasn't quite the first class experience. To be honest, we've done this before quite some years. Actually, I think when we did this, they were brand new trains.
Yeah,
It's like the first year of operation, I think. So yeah, they're doing quite well. I don't know if they've been reupholstered. Were they this colour?
They were this colour.
They were this colour. Okay. All right. So this time you're going to see it with slightly better quality video, hopefully, and with a new story. And if you want to see the old video of us doing first class from Bangkok to Kuala Lumpur, you can check that video out in the link above. I'm thinking of asking the steward to make up the beds while it's nice and light, and I can get a good video of it. Okay, so the bed comes down. Oh. Thank you, Kapung Kap. So that's it. That's the bed made up. Now it's a bit early, but we can actually sit on the bed, and I'm probably going to get a reasonably early night's sleep tonight because, no, you know, I'm not a morning person, and this train we have to get off at 7 in the morning. So, yeah, nice. All good, Michelle?
All good.
So it's pretty basic what they do. They've got these very thin mattresses which go on top of this already padded surface. So it's quite comfortable. It's quite soft.
Am I going up?
Up she goes. Quite a bit of space, isn't there, Michelle?
Yeah, it's lots of space. I mean, state the obvious, you don't want to bring big luggage. We did that last time.
We did come in once with big luggage, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of space. You've got a tiny little cupboard up there, and our two small suitcases fit down there comfortably. And we've got a couple of small backpacks.
You've got power point down there, power point up here with a light.
With a light. But also you've got
USB.
green off. Good.
And the AC is better than
The AC's, yeah, the AC at least you can turn it almost off. This one slides over here, goes from being fully open.
Oh, it's cold when you open that.
Yeah, I know. Which I'd rather it was virtually closed. Little basket. This is a channel changer for the TV thing that they've got there. USB charger, some headphones, and the power on and off for the screen.
And it's usually slightly cheaper for the top bunk than it is for the bottom bunk, and you can have the whole cabin to yourself for about 2,000 something.
About 2,000.
Yeah, it's about 1.7, 1.8 downstairs, 1.6 upstairs, and two maybe, I'm not sure, 2 something.
Yeah, so you can have
the
like,
whole
there's a
cabin.
name for it. If I can remember, I'll put it up. There's a name for booking the whole cabin for yourself. And you can also, as the people further down, because this is a partition door here, so you can open this. Sorry, my little towel's hung up there, but you can open this up and turn it into a bit of a suite. There's a family down at the front end of the train who have got the 2 rooms, and they've got the doors open so the kids can sort of run around and make a lot of noise on the train.
And we booked this online on the Thai train,
Yep.
the official Thai train website.
Very easy to book online.
You just make an account and away you go.
It does work, if anyone's concerned about that. This is a little layout of the train, so bathrooms and showers are down here where I was just now having a shower. So there's a single cabin, then there's, well actually no, they're all, so that's 1, 2, double, so that couple have got these 2 cabins with the partition open, and Michelle and I are here. It's actually got a green dot on it to tell you where you are. And of course the view, and the reason we had the beds made up now is because there's about 45 minutes till sundown. But there's this beautiful rolling vista outside the window the whole time. You can see that little bird stood on one leg there, probably can't see it. So also we bring an extension with us when we travel. It's a little bulky, but it covers us for most of the different sockets. So we've got international sockets on here and fast USB chargers, and we can charge everything up. And you can pretty much charge everything while you're on the train, which is good. Such a pretty countryside. Yeah, we're gonna have a sleep because it's about 6, 7 o'clock.
Something like that, maybe.
But
Tired.
a bit tired.
We'll be up again in 5 minutes.
We will be up during the night, but just being on the train sends me to sleep. It's so nice. Light out.
Lights out. Night night, everybody.
Night night, everybody. So if Michelle's going to have a little sleep, I'm going to sit and do a bit of editing. So I've got a lot of video on the line. Starting to lose the daylight, which is nice. Bang pong. Ooh, cold. Check out the 2nd class sleepers. Here they are. As you see there, most people have gone for the lower beds because they have the windows, and the upper beds are slightly cheaper, but they don't have a window. And I think that they might even be a little bit smaller. Whee! So you get no window up here, but down here you get a window. So it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, these are fun. We've been on these several times. To be honest, they're almost as comfortable. The only thing you've got to be aware of is that, you know, you can have potentially more noise and a little less privacy. Stays set. Okay, this carriage is completely empty. So this is what the carriages are like before they make them up into beds. So obviously they've kept this carriage completely empty. So you can see what happens is the curtains go across here, and the bed goes down below, and that bed drops down, and there are more curtains, and you get that sort of privacy. Okay, I don't know if it's going to change. This looks like it might be the same all the way down. So there used to be a canteen carriage. It's ready, Cap. And there's the odd one now, just scattered. That's quite lucky if you're down here. So it's interesting. The whole train seems to be second class air conditioned. Okay, I'm just going to carry on down to the end if I can. Okay. Offices. Okay. So that's the offices. That's the end of the train. So they have these storage devices here as well. So each bed as they come down, you could store. There's a divider in the centre. You could store your bags, bits and pieces up there. They have hundreds of these sort of quilted blankets. That's what they tend to supply you with. They have these little bottles of water. I can actually talk in this one because there's no one in here, and I've picked up a little extra water for Michelle and I, which is always useful. Oops, someone's sleeping there. And there is actually here, it's the first one I've seen, it's disabled toilets as well, which is a huge, great big room. And does it have a shower as well? No shower. Kind of could have had a shower in there. I suspect if it had a shower, everyone would be using it because there's loads of room. Yeah, so this is the carriage that had nobody in it. Nobody at all, just a few staffers. So I can talk in here. Yeah, so yeah, if they had a shower in that disabled toilet, nobody would want to use the little shower that I was in earlier on. So I can see maybe why they don't. But it's only one disabled toilet on the train as far as I could see. No, I'm pretty sure there was only one. I've been down the whole length of the train. So these are also quite nice. This is the second class seated. So again, you've got quite nice, soft, comfortable seats. And if the two of you are sat, one person here or one person here, when that's turned into a bed, the second person has to go at the top and sleep. One thing that's odd, maybe it's the sign of the times, but I can't say there are no other tourists on the train, but there's certainly no Europeans on the train. Michelle and I seem to be the only Western people on the train, which is unusual because normally when we've been on these trains, particularly the sleepers, there's hundreds of backpackers on here. But the train's probably barely half filled, maybe even only about a third full. So the tourists really are not here. I mean, there may be tourists, tourists from the region, but the tourists are just not here. There's certainly no Europeans, no other Europeans that I've seen on the train. It's not very pretty when I turn the camera to it. I wanted to get a bit of rolling landscape because it was quite nice. Anyway, good morning, and I'm going to end this video very shortly because we've got to get ready. As a lot of you know how we roll, we haven't even booked a place for tonight, and we don't even know if we're going to be in Thailand or whether we're going to be in Malaysia. So we've got lots to plan. And oh, did you see the young lad with the cows there? How cool is that? It's so beautiful out here. So, okay, the camera keeps switching off. I have no idea why. We've got 35-40 minutes before we get to Hat Yai, and then we've got to plan what we're doing. So let me get this finished quickly. I hope you've enjoyed this little look into a train journey. We're mad enough to do this twice in as many weeks. So what we're doing next, we have no idea. We haven't planned anything. We haven't got a place to stay tonight. We haven't decided which country we're going to be in. So we better get off and get things organised, and you guys can see us next time. From Michelle and I on a train somewhere near to Hat Yai Junction. Loved you all. See you next time.
Bye.
Goodbye, little train. Thank you. ขอบคุณครับ
โอเคโชคดีค่ะ
โชคดี Okay. But yeah, now we've got a plan what we're going to be doing for the day. Whether we're crossing, whether we're staying here, we don't know. We're going to have a look at the logistics because the trains arrived a little bit late, so we've missed a potential crossing that we could have had. Sorry, there was a train here at 7:30, but it's gone. So it's 8:15 now. All right, we'll catch you guys in the next episode, let you know what happened. Okay, so we're doing the walking border at Padang Pasar. We've had to come through this arrivals section. This is where people are coming in because apparently the electric is down.